Thank you, Denise. Thank you to the Reedy family, Reedy's Tea Time, for helping us here today. How about a big hand for the Reedys? What a solid conservative family. We love them. And thank you again to the veterans in our presence and those who are serving us today overseas. God bless them all. I stand before you a proud son of a veteran and the proud son of Irish immigrants who came here not looking for a bailout, not expecting anything. In fact, they left their parents behind at Cork Harbor, but they expected opportunity. Because my great-grandparents said, you're off to America. You're off to a land where you can be free. You can pray to what God you wish to. You have freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and they came here. I don't think my grandparents would recognize this country today. How many of you were here on tax day? I don't know if you remember some of the things I said. I don't even remember. In fact, I did today what I did then. I just made a couple of notes, and we're going to wing it here, folks. But I remember I told you that I would go back to Springfield, and I would let Governor Quinn know just how I felt about his tax increase proposal. And I did exactly what I told you I would do. I voted no. And the other day, the governor was on TV saying, I'm going to bring the General Assembly back every day this summer until they vote for that tax increase. By golly, they're going to be here. Governor, my bags are packed. I'll sit there and vote no every day this summer, every day this fall, and every day this winter. And folks, it's reform time in Illinois. The governor doesn't understand it, but we do. The governor came to our caucus a few days ago and basically said, we asked him, we said, Governor, how about a moratorium on spending? Seems fair. That's what we do in our household. That's what businesses do when revenues are down. How about a moratorium? I've got a task force looking into that. We don't want task force. We want bills, and we want them signed. We said, Governor, how about across-the-board cuts, 15%? Go to your department heads and make them find the waste. They do it in every business around here. Why can't they do it in Springfield? We have a task force looking at that. You can imagine we were through with the governor after a few minutes. But folks, you heard Representative Winters talk about reform, and there was a reform commission, and it was headed by my old basketball rival and a Lisle native son, Patrick Collins. Patrick, as many of you know, was the prosecutor who put George Ryan in jail. The Patrick Collins Commission was not made up of politicians. It was made up Pam Davis, the CEO of Naperville's Edward Hospital. You remember her? She wore the wire, which ultimately will take down Blagojevich. Other citizens, businessmen and women, clergy, and they went around the state, not talking to politicians, talking to you. How should we reform Illinois? How do we get the corruption out? And they came up with a number of basic solutions. Campaign finance reform, redistricting reform, bills. If I have 50 co-sponsors on a bill today, Speaker Madigan will still not let it go to a vote. Under the Collins Commission, it would go to a vote. But what happened to the Collins Commission reform package? Anybody here know? It was thrown under the bus. It was thrown under the bus. I'm not a career politician. I've been in Springfield 4 months. As you can see, I'm very happy to be out of a suit and out of Springfield. But throwing that reform commission under the bus was throwing you under the bus, and you should not take that. Another thing, we talked about budget reform with the governor. I have a bill that's in the House Rules Committee. It's called Pay As You Go. And essentially, it's just like how you operate your homes, how you operate your businesses. You cannot start new programs. You cannot spend new money without showing a cut in some other area of the budget. Seems pretty basic. That's a moratorium on spending. This is the funniest part about it. Do you know who supported pay-as-you-go budgeting a couple weeks ago? Obama. Mr. President, you're about $2 trillion late. How does government grow? And I'm winging this, and I'll be brief, but how does government grow? Everyone hear the stimulus package? Okay, stimulus. We have a $5 to $7 billion deficit in Illinois. Expect it to go up another billion, because the stimulus money we took from the federal government came with strings attached. And David Winters, wherever you are, you remember the debate. A number of my colleagues on the Republican side asked one simple question. In 2 years, when the federal government quits sending this money into Illinois, will you Democrats agree to stop these programs and sunset them? No, Representative Connelly. So folks, that's how government grows. The money comes in, the federal government quits spending the money, and guess what? You, the people of Illinois, have to find the balance. And it's unfair and it's outrageous. I'll leave you with this. Many people have said this today. Get involved. Email, write, call, talk to your neighbors, talk to your children, talk to your friends, talk to everyone you have that you know. Send email blasts out. They're very, very effective. And finally, as I said on April 15th, make everyone accountable. Look at my record. If I'm not accountable, throw me out. If Chris Lausen's not accountable, throw him out. Look at your representative's voting record. Follow them. And if they're not listening to you, throw them out. But those of us who do listen to you, we need your help. And we thank you from the bottom of our heart for everything you do. Thank you, and God bless you.